It's Christopher Duffley, back with another episode, and today I'm joined with my mom, Christine Duffley. How are you doing, Mom?
Christopher, I'm doing really well today. Yeah, excited. We've got a real, how many times did Edison fail? Whoa! Like Thomas Edison. Did you learn about Thomas Edison?
Yes, I did, and it's, no, of course, before I looked at this little article I'll put in the show notes, I actually only knew about him as a light bulb guy, because he is obviously famous for that.
Yeah, here it is. Here's the light bulb. Do you know what a light bulb does?
It obviously lights a room.
It lights a room. Do you think that was important to have light bulbs?
Certainly candlelight and a bunch of other things like that.
Well, candles are different from light bulbs. What came first, the candle or the light bulb?
The candle.
Right, because a candle is made out of
wax.
Wax. And what do you use to light a candle? What do you need?
Well, you need a lighter.
Yeah? How about fire?
Oh,
when was fire invented? Way before electricity.
Right.
Man, we are hitting hard. We are being real vulnerable today. Like, real vulnerable. Like, frustration city here. You've had, yesterday, you pushed through it. What did you push through? Well, in my hands, we're sitting in our kitchen, and then behind us is our open space in our home. And we love inviting you in through our video here and YouTube channel. So those that are watching that might have a visual impairment, it's daytime, and we're sitting in our home, and we're at like our little breakfast bar, and I'm holding bread, and I've got a butter knife, and I have got Jiffy peanut butter. It's no endorsement, by the way, and it's just because it's just Jiffy. There's nothing significant.
It's pretty good peanut butter, though.
Okay, you like it. Yeah, and we have to remind us of what happened yesterday, we have this wooden cutting board. So we chose Thomas Edison because we started looking at the second part of the podcast is going from how Christopher is learning from failure.
Right.
Right. Wow. Let's see what happened yesterday. Let's pull this up. I'm going to play a video and you can listen to it. Christopher's going to probably. Okay, let's listen here. Okay, so you're cutting.
I cannot do this right.
You're trying to cut a piece of bread. And you got frustrated after halfway cutting it, and then you pulled it apart.
Mom, I can't seem to do this right.
But you can. And he's sitting there trying to take another sandwich that's been toasted and spread peanut butter, and he's saying, I can't, but I say...
Tell me the steps.
I can.
No, I don't feel like I can. I don't know how
You're lining up the bread. You're getting the knife over it. You don't like the crumbs on your fingers, so you're kind of pushing them off with the one hand, and now you're getting your knife ready, and you're pushing that knife into the bread, and you give some pressure. And you can hear it slice through, but you're not quite through.
Why can I not get this?
No.
You're going to use pressure, and you're going to go from the front to the back. And
Yeah.
The pressure is on the front of the knife to cut through.
So we're going to stop there, because that's an example of like real-time frustration. This week you've been working on spreading, and you do this through virtual learning.
Yes, I do. I have Emily Stevenson, who is actually my former math instructor last year for my high school before I graduated.
Right. So she also does independent living, and then your brother, Steven, is assisting. And so what Emily does as a person who's completely blind, she teaches techniques, and so Stevie or I assist. And so that's why we have the knife and the cutting board. And so we follow what Emily leads us to do. So Stevie thought of toasting the bread, or Emily did?
Emily did.
Okay. So after the toasting the bread, Christopher can hear the crunchiness of the toast.
Yeah, Mom, it's actually really funny because I was actually looking on Facebook earlier today as I record this on a Wednesday, believe it or not, on September 2nd. But anyway, I was looking on Facebook earlier, and there was actually someone in a Blind Pen Pals group that I'm in that was asking about, what is the best way to spread bread? And guess who also said it? I forget the exact name, but someone else literally said the same thing about having toasted bread and spreading it on that.
Okay, so let's go into the feelings of that. That when you say, I can't. Wow, that's really frustrating, isn't it?
I will say it.
You're at a loss for words.
I'm a little lost, but yeah, I will say to a point, yes, I am.
So
It is frustrating.
right, and so we were discovering this because at some point, I think, Christopher, you felt like a failure, right? What were the feelings?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I was a failure, but I knew that what I was doing, how I was doing it, was a bit unsatisfactory to me. I really was. I wouldn't say I was striving for perfection, but I was definitely, well, to a degree, because I am a very precise guy. I guess I could say I was striving for perfection, but yeah, I really wasn't getting a close result to what I wanted. So it was hard for me. It really was.
Right, and that video is hard to watch. And I did take it without Chris's knowledge, and so I just didn't play that. I told him I had taken it because I wanted him, I wanted him to hear himself. I wanted to, and for both of us, I mean, there's times where I want to succeed. In fact, we've got a really great update for you. We are releasing a brand new website, brand new content, a whole series on, if you've been following us, you know where Christopher is. You know that he's 19. You know that he's traveling and he's doing accessibility. A lot of people don't know what you're doing. That video went viral. And
I know.
Millions and millions, like we're thinking over 100,000 million people have seen that video.
Right.
On all kinds of different YouTube channels, on all the different social media platforms. So we're in our mission to spread our message of unlimited mindset, possibility, that with God anything's possible. And it's not so
Anything
much the
and
perfection,
everything.
though. It's not
Anything
perfection.
and everything.
Right, but it's not the perfection, though. We have to be careful that we're not claiming to have something perfect.
Because nobody's perfect, right?
Nobody's perfect. No one's perfect. So we just want to, as the Mission Possible community, as you're listening to this or you're watching us on YouTube, that you know that we want to be with you, partnering with you, journeying with us, we're journeying with you, and that the frustration's real, and we want to encourage you. We want to encourage you, like right where you're stuck. Like I get stuck a lot. Do you get stuck, Chris?
To a point, yes, I do.
All right, so we're just using this very simple example that you're dealing with right now, every day. And how long have you been working on spreading peanut butter?
Unsuccessfully for many years.
Okay, so let's look at a quote. What happens when I say we learn from failure, not success? What do you think?
Thomas Edison.
Oh, no, he didn't say that. Bram Stoker did. But when I say, I'll quote Thomas Edison in a moment. But when I say that, what does that do for you? When I say, and think about what you went through yesterday, we learn from failure, not from success.
Well, success is through very hard work.
Correct. Were you working hard yesterday?
Trying to.
Right.
Yes.
But do you think if you do it again, you could tweak your mindset where if the reason you didn't cut through the bread was because the knife is two things. One is putting your finger on the knife.
The bread.
Properly. Well, how you hold the knife.
Yeah.
Okay. Where the bread is situated, but more importantly, the fact that it is about learning from what you did so that you can improve upon it the next time. And not feeling like giving up just because you didn't succeed with that one piece of bread.
Yeah, true.
So it's perseverance.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so let's look at Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that don't work.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, and there is a great article, I'll link in the show notes. But seriously, the article from the Franklin Institute, excellent one on him.
Right.
And
So
he,
let's, you know-
But yeah, he experimented
Yes.
with a lot of stuff
Yes, he did. And
in order to get the light bulb perfect. And I think, of course, over Edison's, life and of course other people taking over his legacy, they've been able to really get it, of course, to where we have it today, which is LEDs and everything else, which is really quite crazy.
yeah, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Edison's life and some tips that we can take away. But right now, this episode, we're going to provide some reminding about success. That your failure, whatever you're stuck at, it's not the end result.
Yeah.
Get that out of your mind. No good. It's not that you failed. It's just that you're finding more ways that didn't work. That's what Thomas Edison's trying to tell us. So
Wow.
this is part 1. We're going to go on to part 2. And we thank you. We thank the patrons who've been with us for sponsoring this. We'd love you to subscribe, to join our, we have a unique, every week we remind you that another video is going out, and we might even give you a little update where Chris might be. We have a real simple, quick newsletter. It's once a week. It's going out once a week, and we want you to know what's going on.
We send it on Wednesdays, actually.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, so
We try to anyway, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're learning. Just like we're not.
We're getting there.
We're not failing. We're learning.
We're getting there.
Oh, that's a good quote. We're not failing. We're learning.
Yeah.
Christine Duffley.
Whoa! Hello!
Christopher, what would be your quote?
I'm not really sure, Mom. I mean, that's a very interesting
Okay,
question, though.
we'll save that for the next episode.
Right, why not?
Okay, so we're not failing. We're learning. And until next time, thank you for joining in. Remember to subscribe to your favorite streaming, right?
Well,
Spotify,
well,
Apple Podcasts, is it?
yeah. Remember to subscribe to this podcast in your favorite podcatcher, podcast player, whatever the heck people say. Yeah, whether it's a third-party one that grabs from iTunes or Apple Podcasts for that matter, but any third-party one like Overcast or Downcast that grabs from the Apple Podcast from the Apple Podcast
Success
directory, and well, no, seriously, because there are third-party
Okay.
podcast players.
So anyway,
out there. But anyway, yeah,
subscribe.
Apple Podcasts,
Join
Spotify,
us.
Google Play,
Support
Stitcher,
Chris.
you name it.
Support Chris on Patreon. We'll put the link for that. You can support
Patreon.
us, Patreon. A few dollars a month to, hey, be a big one.
Oh, yeah.
A little one.
Oh yeah, and you can actually make a one-time donation if you do decide to
Yeah.
do so as
So,
well.
and we're going to let you know the big reveals coming for the new website, the new podcast landing page. We are so excited. Hey,
Yes,
until
we
next
are.
week, make a mission possible, right?
Well,
Do some learning, not some failing.
Well, yes. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Until next time.
Yes. Take care. God bless, and well, go make a mission that's possible, huh?
Yeah, go make a mission possible. See ya.
See ya.